Okay, guys, I am back to look at some more of the concept art, and this one is really interesting because it went through a lot of revisions. And this is the one where I said I thought Freddy was going to kill me because it's the archer hero in the game, Enwin Shadowleaf. And if whatever reason I wanted this, I had an incredibly particular look for the archer hero. So let's look at a very early concept, and this was never shown before. This is from Freddy's tablet or something. There is what he created. I'd have things called design docs, and I would kind of write what I was envisioning for this hero, and I was just very particular, specific about this archer. And like she went through a lot of revisions, like 8, 9, or 10 of them. I can't remember, but I remember it was a lot. But thank you, Freddie, for doing this because she came out exactly how I was envisioning, people to see her. But this was, you know, kind of like, when you put this stuff together, these amazing artists will give you a rough idea, like, okay, is this good? Should we roll with this? And then they would change stuff, or I'd say do this. So that was originally the very first picture of the archer. And you'll see by the end she really changed. So there was a little more fleshed out version of the archer. Very awesome. Please understand, I mean, I would never say anything ill of these artists. Everything they do is amazing. Just top notch. So that was a little further along, and then he sent me one where he added some color to it. Like, so looking at this, like some of the things that I envisioned was like her hair in braids, but with like different color of like bands in her hair, with her hair being braided, and then wearing green, a cloak. And so this was getting closer to what I was envisioning. So I took this picture and I did some heavy editing to it, and I just put this face on it. Of course this is all rough stuff, but when you're getting stuff together, you just kind of bounce ideas off each other. But this is, I pictured kind of like an Eastern look to her, with her hair, blonde hair and in braids. And Freddie absolutely nailed exactly what I was thinking. He sent this back, and that her face was perfect. That's really what I was envisioning her to look like. Sorry, the bow isn't there, but it's the boots, the cloak on her, the green. Just everything he did. This was absolutely like really perfect. And you notice it has the braids in her hair with the different colors. He just did an absolute awesome job. So let's take a look at her hero card. So there is Enwin Shadowleaf. This down here, we can go over this if you like. She starts with a hunting bow. All heroes start with just a gray weapon, or color or level. It's just starting gear. So she starts with a hunting bow, level 1. She's a class rating of 2. She's the archer, of course. She starts out here. See up here? Whoop, that's not my marker. Starts out with 9 health, and she starts out with 9 essence. You already know what health is. Essence is what heroes use to use their special abilities. It can be drained from them by certain things in the game, leaving it at that. So, you could always regain essence, but see the white circles, kind of like, I wanted to have that in there almost like a pencil and paper feel, if you will, for like an RPG. So there's like these circles. So of course, at level 1, she could never exceed 9 health, or exceed 9 essence. But as you may know, heroes level up to level 3. So by end game, Enwin will have, she'll be level 3 and her health will be, I can't really remember, but it's pretty high. It's either 17, 18, or 19, I believe, is her final health. And of course her essence will go up. Here's her attributes. We can go over this real quick. This is strength. Hopefully you can, what I'll do, let me increase this and we'll just do this. So that's strength right here. That's too big. So that is strength. That right here is willpower. This here is wisdom. That's agility. This is her movement. Movement, you roll a d6 and you add 3 to that. And the reason I came up with this movement system is to me, when you're moving through a dungeon, when you roll that die, to me, it simulates if you're at like maybe at a clear part of the dungeon, maybe there's some obstructions like a casket she has to jump over at a certain part. So to me, a roll of a d6 simulates what the dungeon environment is like. Is it easy terrain to cross, or is it difficult? So that's why I have that. But so she has a base movement of 3 with the roll of a d6. She could add +1 to lock picking. This is hide right here, that she could add 2 to any hide checks, and then evade, like we learned before. She can add 2 to evade checks. And going over her warfare stats, she's just middle of the road with chaos. She'll have to -2 from any kind of arcane warfare. She's not very versed in arcane. Spiritual, same with chaos, just middle of the road. However, she's an archer. +3 to all. Did I say arcane? No, I meant ranged. Ranged roll. She can add +3 with a bow or crossbow. -3 to mythical. She is not very good at all with mythical warfare, but she's pretty good. +2 with physical. And so you'll notice, so you see that, hopefully, you see that like every hero, there's no superhero in this game, and I purposely did that. It goes back to true party building. So while, she's not good with, arcane and spiritual or mythical, however, if you partner her with Zeke, our wizard, that's true party building. You have your wizard who excels at arcane, and he's good with mythical, and I think he has a +1 to spiritual, but then she's good with physical and ranged attacks. True party building, I call that, and it works very nice. So that's that. Do we have time? I don't know where the timer's at. Tell you what, I'm going to create maybe a couple more videos for you, and we'll wrap it up. Again, let me know. I hope you're enjoying learning about this and seeing some of this concept art. And I think we're going to get away with 2 more videos maybe. We'll see. I will be right back with you, and there's a monster coming up. Champion monster. Be right back.